Hey,
Hey,
I'm Flame for 325, and this is Mana Lord, aka Nikki, or wait, what's your username?
Lazy Nicky.
Lazy Nikki. And we're coming at you from both YouTube and 10 Gauge.
Yeah, don't listen to him. He's crazy. Anyway,
Yeah, it's pretty
this
tight.
is the Big Brother 14 recap. Last time Jody went bye-bye for a really, really stupid twist. So right away we see that the mentors really don't give a shit about the newbies games and they're just deciding who they want to align with.
Yep.
And Janelle is all like, Brittany, bitches, we got screwed over by guys. Let's team up. And then Mike and Dan are like, we both play hardcore. We're gonna team up.
Even though they have lower numbers.
A lot less numbers. And
One person less numbers.
one is a lot in Big Brother.
Oh, I don't know what. Bring it
Anyway,
up.
uh,
Anyway.
so Willie's the HOH, and Brittany and Janelle are trying to get all the people to be in Willie's little clique. So this is all going down. But Willie wants to spread the table. So he talks to Mr. Frank, and they both agree they don't want to play the returning players' games. They want to play their own games. And Ian, everyone's a little creeped out by Ian. Just a smidge. And I don't know why. I love Ian.
Ian is cool, but he seems to be getting on people's nerves.
So, it's time for the
But
Mentors
I don't know.
competition.
I just don't know why people wouldn't want to keep him though, because the longer he stays, the bigger a target that he gets later on in the
I
game.
think it's just because he's Boogie's pick.
Yeah, he was Boogie's pick.
Anyway, so, all of the Mentors are going to compete this season, and they get to give a key to one person for safety if they win. So, it's a horse race around this little track, and then these horse costumes, and you run around in the same direction, and the first one to catch the other person and pull off their tail moves on to the second round. And then the two winners face each other. So the first round was Brittany and Mike. Yeah. And Brittany kind of sucked, and Boogie also sucked because they both suck at competitions. But Boogie kind of pulled it out of his ass and won. Then it's Janelle versus Dan. And Dan's like, if I win, the other person's targeted faux show. So he decides to throw it. And Janelle, just, the champion of competitions, takes Dan down.
Then it's between the All-Star people.
And people want to see this battle. And Janelle starts sucking toward the end. Although we didn't see a diamond that she threw it, but she might have thrown it, but I don't know why she would. But anyway, Mike wins, and he knows who's in trouble right now. He knows Ian's on the chopping block. So, who does he give his key to? Mr. Ian. And now, they're told a twist. They each have to pick someone from their group to be a have-not. Dan picks Danielle. She seems really too perky for me and kind of like a bitch in the diary room, so I'm not really liking her as much as I did when I first saw her.
He deserves to be on slot.
Kind of. Brittany picked Shane, who kind of also seems like an asshole, but he took it a little better. Mike picked Ian, and Ian's like, I get it. And Ian comes in trying the Big Brother flop like it's no big deal, and he said it's not as bad as people claim it is, but it's still pretty bad.
I think it just tastes like oatmeal, and that's my assumption, but...
It looks like oatmeal.
Yeah.
But... And then there's Ashley, and Ashley's just like, spray tan. Okay, I never thought that there would be that much of a blonde on the show, but... Way to go, they found Ashley. Anyway, so...
I'm still... even though I love Ian to death, I'm probably going to be rooting for the Staten Island chick, because I got people there.
JoJo?
JoJo.
Because she annoys me too. Personally, my favorite right now is still Ian and Jen after, same as last week. Because, I don't know, those two just seem the coolest, but... Again, out of the mentors, it's Janelle and Brittany I like a lot more than Mike and Dan. Because, let's face it, the two of them aren't scum. Okay, but anyway, Sadly, we don't get to see many Britney confessionals this season, which is both good and bad. I'm
That's
kind of
because
glad.
there's no Rachel to bitch about.
I mean, when we do see her, we know there's going to be gold, and there always is. She always has something to work with. But I'm liking how they're trying to focus on everybody this season and not just one or two people. Gotta say, I don't see enough of Jen or JoJo, but everyone else
And
we've seen quite a bit of.
I know who they're focusing a lot on. Mr. Hands.
Actually, we didn't see him as much as we usually see in HOH, but anyway,
No.
everyone wants to work a deal with him. Except for, Cara, Danielle, Frank, and Jen, the four people who should be the most worried. Anyway,
Well,
Mr. Joe is starting to get on everyone's nerves too, because he's using all the food and throwing it out.
no, I never thought they had a predetermined amount of food.
You didn't know that they had a certain
But
amount of food?
I thought maybe they'd give them food like every few weeks, like in the middle of the night.
No, they give them a weekly expense that they all have to share. I know in
No.
earlier seasons it was depending on what you earned in the food competitions, but now they get a certain amount of food each week. So they're going to be on slop at the end of the week if Mr. Joe keeps up the way he's going.
There's plenty of slop to go around.
And also this week, the poor have-nots do not have America's choice of good food. And I'm totally out of shot right now. But yeah.
Their choice will begin possibly next week.
Yeah, there's no vote for it yet. So, Brittany is dead set on getting Willie to put up Frank. I know it's not shown as much on the show, but she wants Frank up. And she says it's because he's the most dangerous player in here. And what do we see the next? We see a scene of Mike and Dan being like, no one's going to target Frank. They're not smart enough to do that. So now it's time for the nomination ceremony. And if anyone's paying attention to the memory wall, something I want to point out is what was next to the mentors' pictures?
Keys.
Keyholes.
Keyhole.
What does that mean?
They could possibly be in the game.
Actually, rumor right now is that when all their people are gone, they play. Which means if they know this, they're just all trying to get them all to kill each other. And they're just going to play against each other. I don't want to see that. I wouldn't mind one of them coming in, but not all four.
But if it's Dan versus but if it's Janelle versus everyone else, Janelle's gonna kick everybody's ass.
Yeah. Because Brittany...
Oh.
I don't get why Brittany said she sucks at competitions, though, because she kind of won, like, half her seasons. Her, Rachel, and Matt won everything. And Hayden, like, did anyone else win more than one, other than four of them? Anyway, so Willie's like, this is nothing personal, blah, 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 blah. And in the end, it was Frank and Cara nominated. Frank, because we drifted apart, bro. And Cara, we're Dan's bitch. That's not how he said it, but that's what he meant to say. And Frank's pissed. Cara's kind of up in the room crying to Danielle, and like, all because Dan's my mentor, blah, 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 personal attack. So Dan picked a crew of bitches.
Yeah, Dan picked a crew of all women.
So I'm gonna say right now, Janelle's picks were probably the best.
Yeah.
I'd definitely put Brittany's team in 2. Now, if Mike wasn't coaching his team, I'm pretty sure those 3 would have completely destroyed this game. But because they got screwed with Mike, they're not going to be in a good position.
Yeah. And they have one good guy in competition. The rest are...
So, we're running out of time, so leave a comment below, like, subscribe, all that fun shit. And question of the day, who do you think is in the best position right now? And which mentor is your favorite?
Can I answer right now?
We have 10 seconds, so no.
Oh.
Okay. See you guys later. Bye.